Assalamualaikum and hello everyone to another segment on my channel. Thank you so much for watching. Now today I have a special guest here with me who has accepted the beautiful religion of Islam. Islam is the fastest growing religion in the world and is practiced by 1.5 billion people all around the world. Have you ever questioned your own existence? What is the purpose of life? Have you ever asked yourself, where did I come from? What am I doing here? And where am I going to be when I die? Is life all about just getting an education, a job, and raising a family, and then soon you're in the tomb? Is this all going to be it? We have an amazing example of a young lady over here. At the young age of 20, she started to ponder and really ask herself these questions about what is her purpose of life. I would now like to welcome my good friend Amanda Chantel. Assalamualaikum, Amanda.
Walaikum salam.
Thank you so much for being here. Just to start off, I would like you to briefly introduce who you are and talk to us a little about yourself.
Well, like you stated, my name's Amanda, also known as Layla, my Islamic name. I was born here in Canada with my 4 siblings, me being the youngest. I was raised mostly in Toronto. I come from a European background. My family is of Christian faith. I was baptized Christian and then I converted to become Catholic when I attended a Catholic school for about 3 years of my life. But most of my life I attended public school. And soon enough I came to Islam.
Now, Amanda, the whole purpose of this segment is to really promote the purpose of life. Why are we here and what is the purpose of our creation? My question to you is, what caused you to ask these questions about yourself and then soon enough turn to the religion of Islam?
So growing up in the public school I attended, I had many Muslim friends, but they never used to wear hijab, so I never thought of them as anything. At that age I was so young, I was probably 10, 11, 12, and they were just my friends. I just enjoyed playing with them, so I never thought of them in that sense. But my best friend Sonia, I used to always go to her house and her parents would take us to Quran classes, so I would go, but it was in Urdu, so I didn't understand, but I just always acknowledged the strong faith they had, and I would see them praying, and since my family weren't that religious, it always made me wonder and ask questions about God and about creation and stuff, so that's when I really wanted to learn more about religion, so I asked my parents if I could attend a Catholic school. So since in Catholic school I didn't gain the faith that I intended on, I decided in high school that I would go back to public school. So I did attend high school, and it was at that time of my life where I was just getting to know myself, and you know, I was going through a lot of challenges, and of course everyone goes through in high school, they're still growing up and stuff. So it was around age 17, I think, that one of my friends closest to me, they passed away, and it was a really hard time for me. I hit rock bottom. I forgot who I was not happy at all, and it hurt people around me for them to see me that way. And so I just really, once you hit rock bottom, you have to pick yourself up. And so I started hanging out with the wrong crowd, and unfortunately that didn't make me happy. So eventually I was waiting at a bus stop one day, and this man came and he gave me the translated of the Quran, and he said that you should read this. So I spent a lot of time at home getting to know myself and trying to be happy again somehow or another, but I was still very depressed. And so after reading the Quran one day, I just broke down in tears and I was so upset. And even still, I had a lot of anger and resentment, and I said, why would God take someone so young away from me? Like, I didn't understand it. Why would he put someone through suffering? But unfortunately, in the Quran, all my questions I had, they were all answered, and so it really interests me about Islam. And so I went back to my Muslim friends that were not practicing, and I asked them questions, but they weren't giving me the knowledge I intended on. So I actually called a few masjids close to my area, and I asked if I could meet with the imam there so I can learn more about it, and that's where my journey began.
What were some of the challenges that you had faced, and how did you overcome them?
Well, I've had many challenges, and I still have challenges today, and I mean, when I first converted, I lost a lot of friends that were really close to me, but I realized in the end that they weren't true friends. I got a lot of rude remarks that I'm a Paki wannabe, I want to be brown, But this is all just ignorance. People don't have the knowledge, and they're just talking about whatever they think, whatever comes to mind. So, I've always been the type of person who never cared what other people had to say. So in that sense, I was always strong. It never got to me. But when my family, who were so close to me, they started putting me down, and they didn't understand it. They thought it was a culture thing. They were worried about what they see on the media and stuff. So it really hurt me. There was a lot of problems, and they're your parents. So in Islam especially, you have to really respect your parents. So I always try to educate them and let them know as much as possible. And even still, I still have challenges in my family, but inshallah, hopefully they're gonna learn as time goes on. But of course, it's gonna be hard for any revert, explaining to their parents, because they're older than you and they know their ways, not, so it's hard introducing something like Islam and a new religion to them. So they're still learning, but alhamdulillah, they're accepting of it. And so I overcame that challenge with time, explaining, and them seeing me practice and seeing how respectful I was and how helpful, and just my attitude towards them. So over time, we overcame that. And pretty much, I was still trying to gain knowledge before I even converted fully or reverted. It was hard for me to gain knowledge. It was really hard. A lot of people were giving me false facts, and I didn't know what was true and which was not. And there was also a whole Shia and Sunni thing, which before I didn't even know anything about it. When I was reading in the Quran, I was like, what is Shia or Sunni? I mean, our Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, he was just Muslim, and the rest of the prophets. So I did not know even what Shia or Sunni was. It got introduced to me through people. And because of this, I didn't even convert for over almost 2 years, because I was thinking to myself, well, I'm not knowledgeable. I should know every single thing that's in the Quran, and I should know about Shia and Sunni, and I should know everything. But in the end of the day, after a while, my faith started growing stronger, actually. And one day I was talking with someone, and they said, you know what, Amanda, you are Muslim. And I'm like, no, I'm not Muslim. And they're like, you believe in one God, you believe in Prophet Muhammad ﷺ is the last messenger, and you believe in the pillars of Islam, so why aren't you Muslim? Our prophets were just Muslim. They were not Sunni or Shia. That's just political divide. So after a while, I was like, okay, you know what? What if I die tomorrow and I didn't take my shahada? I didn't claim to be Muslim. How bad would I feel? So I'm like, you know what? It's time that I convert. So that's the way I overcame it. Of course, in society, I had challenges. Even my workplace, my coworkers, they started treating me differently. No one could understand it, because in their mind, they were still thinking it's a culture thing. But then after, I joined a group called New Muslim Care. It's a group with all reverts, and alhamdulillah, I met so many wonderful sisters who have helped me. They told me about their challenges, and they were really just a shoulder to lean on through the hard times, and they helped me out so much. And they gave me so much resources, so much knowledge, and pretty much I met so many people from different backgrounds, and I realized this is not a culture thing. There's so many people that are Muslim that are all different religions, backgrounds, and they come from all different places. So it really opened my eyes to a new light, and so that's how I overcame these challenges. And I mean, people say a lot of rude things to me. I get it all the time, and people don't understand it. They always think, oh, you must be Arabic, you must be Lebanese or something. But no, Islam is a religion for everyone of all backgrounds. So that's what people need to understand, and people need to stop paying attention to the media, because the media is really giving a bad name about Islam especially. And I mean, it's not true. If you read the Quran, you read the Hadith, it's all about peace. So I mean, that's the confusion that people get, as well as my family members, my friends. But over time, as I talk to them and I educate them, we're overcoming these challenges. So
as a Muslim, we are very devoted in terms of living by God's will and not by our own desires, right? And so we have to take a lot of significant steps in our life to change our bad habits before we weren't even Muslim. So my question to you is, how did you feel about starting to wear a hijab and letting go of things from the past, and just changing your attire and your overall appearance altogether? And what had motivated you to take these significant steps in your life?
So as my faith increased and my love for the religion increased, I started to want to practice more. As I was praying and stuff, I wanted to wear hijab because my love for the religion, I wanted to show it on the outside as well. But I was really, really scared about what would people say, how are people going to treat me. So, I mean, yeah, definitely for anyone who is going to revert, I would definitely recommend that your faith is really strong, because I've seen many people who have converted, and not even who have converted, even my friends who were born Muslim, they've worn hijab and they've taken it off because their faith was not strong enough. And when you do start to wear hijab especially, you're going to be put through a lot of tests and a lot of trials, and you need to be strong enough that you can overcome these. So also with my clothing, it was really hard because I'm wearing hijab now and I had all tight-fitting clothing. So I was thinking, how can I wear hijab without having to go buy a whole new wardrobe? So then I realized that there's so many ways you can wear dresses, you can wear like long cardigans over your clothing. And at the time when I did convert, it was summertime, so my family and my friends thought I was crazy. Why am I wearing so much clothing when it's boiling hot outside? But I mean, I found ways that I can wear clothing with covering myself that are still fashionable and still me without people thinking that I changed myself completely. Because these are a lot of the remarks that I got, that, oh, you're changing yourself, you're not still the same Amanda that we used to know. And I said, no, I am still the same Amanda. I still love fashion. And before also, I was a makeup artist and I loved doing hair, and that was just my passion. So they couldn't understand that me, who curled my hair and did all these fancy things every day, that how could you possibly want to cover your hair, or how can you stop wearing so much makeup? Before, I used to wear so much dramatic makeup, and now I still wear makeup, but I still try to make it neutral, and inshallah one day I can stop wearing it. But it's really hard because these are my desires. It's my love, it's my passion, but I find ways to incorporate it and to still keep it Islamic.
Well, the transition comes slowly, right? You can't just jump from one thing to another.
Exactly. It was all baby steps for me, and that's why I said, like, for anyone who's going to convert, do not just wear hijab right away, because it's going to be hard. It's definitely going to be hard.
Yeah, I definitely know where you're coming from. Like, me, born as a Muslim and like raised in a Muslim family, like a Muslim household, I had a lot of challenges wearing a hijab, like just to start dressing modestly and wearing a hijab properly. It was very hard, but then there are alternatives too. Like you said, you can be modest at the same time and still be fashionable. Like, we're living in a North American society.
Exactly.
We want to fit in with other individuals and not look alienated, right?
Yeah.
But, you know, when you have that love for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, it all comes in hand.
Exactly. Yeah. And I mean, before I was extremely westernized. I used to go out drinking and partying with my friends, especially when I was going through the depression, because that's the things I turned to. But I realized that, you know, these type of things, they're not going to make you happy. When you come home at the end of the day, you're not going to feel happy and proud with yourself. And, you know, now I realize that when you're going through hardships and you pray, honestly, the pain and anything going through your stress, it just releases right away. Like, the power of prayer is so amazing. And I mean, there's still obviously temptations and desires. I love music, but I never knew there was nasheed. So now, instead of listening to my music, my party music, and my headphones, I have my nasheeds playing. And honestly, they've helped me so much. I listen to lectures when I'm going somewhere, or, you know, I listen to surahs, and honestly, listening to surahs, I've learned them so fast, and they've been coming to me very easily, alhamdulillah. So, I mean, yeah, there's different ways you can incorporate it. It doesn't come right away. It was definitely hard for me, but I mean, there's ways that you can overcome these. And I had to get rid of a lot of people, because even some of my friends that were Muslim, they would be like, oh, I know, you're like, what happened to the old Amanda? Why don't you do this? Why don't you do that? And stuff. And I'm like, no, astaghfirullah, you can't be doing these things anymore. And I've helped change a lot of people's lives, and people see me practicing. But also, another challenge is, as a revert, people have a lot of high expectations. They expect me that, oh, I'm supposed to be perfect overnight and know everything. And, it's not like that. It's really hard. There's so many challenges. And, as time goes on, it's baby steps. Do not just jump into the religion. Learn more, start practicing. Also haram foods, like at my house, now it's hard. I have to go get halal food. So that's also another challenge, But while I'm out, I try to eat halal. I try to be the best Muslim I can possibly be, and that's the only thing I can do, right? Now I want to help out more. I want to give zakat and help the charity and the needy. It also, when you're praying, I find that you're thinking a lot about life, and you're thinking about what your purpose is. And when you think about those other people that are suffering, you think about how fortunate you are and how thankful you are. And I mean, of course you can take that from any religion, but with Islam, I really found the truth. There was so many facts and evidence. There were so many morals that you can take from learning about the religion. And it really made me have so much love and so much more respect for my parents. And just as an individual, it made me a lot stronger. It made me a better person. It made me respect myself and others around me. It really made me value myself more and know my worth, as a woman especially. And that's the thing, Islam, it really does value women. And although the media likes to think that women are oppressed, but wearing a hijab is a choice. I mean, it is a commandment from Allah, but nobody is forcing you to do it. You do it with your own willpower. And now I definitely see a purpose in life, and I know that for my good deeds, I'm getting rewards in the hereafter. And I take life a lot more seriously now. I'm a lot more mature. I grew up and I see the meaning behind what life truly is. It's not just, like you said before, going to school, getting a job. There's so much more behind what is life really for. And I mean, I'm just working towards the hereafter and being submissive to Allah.
As a closing remark, what advice would you like to give to young individuals that are asking these serious questions about life to themselves, and how did you come about answering these questions yourself? What has helped you?
Well, you just need to seek the truth and look into different religions, find whatever one that you truly believe in. And you have to look into any religion with an open mind. Don't criticize the religion right away, because even with reading the Bible, with reading the Quran, with reading the Torah, it can be interpreted in so many different ways. So just have an open mind. Don't criticize the religion. Truly try to understand it and be open-minded of things. Don't listen to the media. Don't let one person or a whole group's actions define a whole religion. Don't look at the people. Look at what's the actual facts and what's in the books. And I mean, really stay strong in your faith, and don't let what other people have to say get to you. What you believe in is what you believe in, and do whatever makes you happy at the end of the day, because it's your life and you're the one who's going to have to live with it. So you have to take baby steps. Nothing comes overnight. You can't learn a whole religion or become a scholar. You have to just take it step by step, and over time things come naturally. And for me, there were so many resource centers, such as New Muslim Care, like I said before. They're worldwide. You can find them on Facebook. They help people internationally, whether it's through email or phone calls. They will definitely reach out to you. They'll send you translated version of the Quran. They'll send you books. They'll send you a prayer mat. They will help you as much as possible. So for me, they've helped me so much, and I'm truly grateful. Also, for me, when I went to the mosque, people were so welcoming. They helped me out as much as possible. The imams gave me any type of knowledge, feedback, and information as much as possible. And the environment, the community is just so welcoming. The people are so loving at any masjid you go to. So that was very helpful for me. And
the resources are there. if you really look into it, the resources are there. We have to take the courage and the ability to do it ourselves, you know, like you just have to go out there. Like you said, there's ISNA, there's all these places. You just have to go and visit them and take that action in order to, you know, answer your questions.
Exactly. And you have to be very careful about what you read online as well, because a lot of it is not true. So you really have to be careful at where you're getting your information from and what books you're reading as well. Like for me, I read the Tajweed book, and it helped me with teach me how to pray, teach me how to purify myself, wudu, and it taught me so many things. It taught me like basic knowledge of Islam and also translated version of the Quran. Watching lectures online, they helped me so much. There's so many resource centers. If you just go and take the time to look it up, any questions you have, people are more than happy to help you with it.
Exactly. Thank you so much, Amanda, for being here and sharing your beautiful experiences and journey with us.
It was a pleasure. Thanks for having me.
May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reward you and make it easier for you and for all of us, inshallah. Thank you so much for tuning in on my video, and if you want to see more videos from me, make sure you like this video and hit the subscribe button. It helps me out a lot. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you soon. Bye.